What's up, everybody? It's KarQ here. We are live at my stream. How you guys doing? Twitch.tv/KarQ. And we're on the Samsung Canada channel on YouTube. As you can see, this is not my home, as much as I'd love it to be. But I'm actually at the Samsung studio right now. We're going to take a look at some brand new products in the 2025 lineup from Samsung. I'm a gamer, right? You guys know that. I play a lot of video games, and I use a lot of Samsung products. You know, I have an S23. I do use a big Samsung TV in my basement, and I also do game on a Samsung monitor in my kitchen. But enough about me talking about the products here. I actually have an expert here named Jeff. He's going to come on in, and he's going to help go through the product lineup, and we're going to have some fun going through and demoing a bunch of the cool stuff here.
Hey, KarQ, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
You know what? Fantastic. I'm actually really excited you're here. We've done an event before, and
yes, we have.
Got a little bit of a chemistry, and we think alike a lot of times. And I'm excited about some of the new product that I'm going to be showing you today.
Yep.
Monitor, a new OLED TV as well. But you know, before we get started, I know you're a big gamer.
I am.
And I want to play a little game with you, a little this or that.
Okay.
So I want to get your opinion. Let's see if we can break it down to what your all-time favorite game is. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's start.
Okay.
Fortnite or GTA?
Fortnite or GTA?
Yeah.
You guys are going to like this answer, but I didn't play that much GTA growing up. I played GTA San Andreas on the PS2, and that's about it. I haven't even played GTA 5, and now some people here have been bugging me to play GTA 5. When GTA 6 comes out next year, I'll probably give it a whirl, but so for that reason, I'm actually going to have to say Fortnite. I actually put more hours into Fortnite, believe it or not.
All right. Okay. Fortnite or COD?
I definitely put more time in COD. I'm going to have to go with COD. I played it so much as a teenager. Modern Warfare 2, drop-shotting. Didn't do any Black Ops, but Modern Warfare 2 and COD 4 during my teenage years. And teenage years were a long time ago for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but...
Let's not talk about that. But I love gaming as well. So you know, let me start off with Duke Nukem. If you remember Duke Nukem, that was my
first...
Let's
not go back that far. Okay?
All right. COD or Siege?
COD or Siege? I'm going to have to go with COD, because I just started Siege last year, and I played it a little bit this year, but I'm not too familiar with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. COD or Overwatch?
No, it has to be Overwatch. You guys know, I've been doing Overwatch content for so long now we're going to go with Overwatch.
All right.
There's no contest.
Overwatch or Marvel Rivals?
If you guys know, I've been also on the Marvel Rivals grind, because Marvel is very adjacent to Overwatch, because it's the same genre. Yeah. Not just a shooter, a tactical hero shooter. So I'm still going to have to go with Overwatch.
Go with the OG, right?
Yep.
All right, Overwatch or Assassin's Creed?
Overwatch. I haven't played Assassin's Creed yet. Not a single one, unfortunately.
All right.
Or fortunately.
Last one, Overwatch or God of War?
Ooh, God of War I have played. I played 2 of them. There's a funny line in my stream about Kratos being on fire. If you know it, you know what happened during that stream like 2 years ago that I played. But I'm going to have to go with Overwatch still.
All right.
Yeah.
So there we go. Overwatch is your all-time favorite game?
Yeah, but what about you, though? You play games too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I've always loved NHL. I'm a big hockey guy. I love hockey. Yeah. So every year I get the latest version of NHL. Yeah. So NHL 25 is my pick right now. But you know what? Although as much as I love it, I love playing with my son. My son's 14 years old now. Fortnite. So I've been playing Fortnite with him for the last probably 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I'm addicted to it. Yeah. My wife yells at me all the time for being on it, even when he's not playing it. And we actually play in the basement. I play on the monitor. He plays on the 85-inch TV screen.
85-inch TV? Oh, he gets it good.
Oh, yeah.
Your son's living nice. But
maybe he has an advantage. That's why he beats me all the time, right?
But you're on the monitor. I mean, the monitor is still like amazing, right? You're using a Samsung monitor. And speaking of monitors, right? We also have a Samsung monitor here that we're going to take a look at.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's one of our brand new OLED monitors. Let's have a quick look at a clip, and then we'll meet you over there and we'll play one of the games. So check out the clip, guys. All right. KarQ, first impressions. I know one of the things that you've already changed right away was the resolution of the monitor.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, this is 4K, right?
Yeah.
I'm not terribly used to 4K, but seeing it now, I saw the difference immediately. Because this game booted up in 1080p right away.
Yeah.
And then I swapped to 4K, and I've never seen muscles this glistening and large in my life before.
Yeah, so why don't you get started, play a little bit, let me know the gameplay on here. But certainly, more and more gamers I see are going to OLED technology. There's a lot of advantages, of course, one being the response time. You know, response time, I think, response so time in color and sharpness is so critical for gaming. Certainly with this OLED monitor, you're looking at a 0.03 millisecond response time.
Oh, and every second counts. Millisecond counts. In a game like this, and the shooters that I play, like Overwatch or Street Fighter here, like,
oh yeah, and competitive gaming, it's the difference between winning and losing, right?
Yeah.
So that's critical. So, you know, when you're talking about speed and lag time, that's not an issue on this monitor here.
Yep.
The color clarity, of course, you know, what makes this different, specifically Samsung versus other OLED monitors out in the market is a lot of them out there in the, our competitors are using what's called RGBW OLED, which means, it's a red, green, blue subpixel complemented by a white subpixel.
Okay.
And the white is helping basically amplify the overall brightness. But the problem is, if you mix white with any of those color or those pure colors like blue, what are you getting? You're not getting that blue. You're not getting that fully saturated red.
Right.
This is using actually quantum dot technology, and we use strictly red, green, and blue subpixels. So what you're seeing on the screen is the color accuracy that you expect from the best monitor gaming system around.
I mean, looking at how crispy and beautiful this map looks, or this stage, excuse me. This is
and it's incredible. You can see all those moments with HDR brightness on any type of gaming. The brighter it gets, you don't want those colors washing out, right? You want to maintain that vibrant red, the vibrant blue. So it's important to make sure that color accuracy, not only color accuracy at a low brightness level, but the higher the brightness gets, you want to maintain that color saturation.
Right. And beyond gaming, like that color saturation, it's important for like other uses as well, such as photography, right?
Yeah.
I heard you take photos,
Yeah,
right?
we were having a conversation before, and you know, when we talk about this OLED monitor as a gaming monitor, it is multifunctional. It's not just gaming.
Yeah.
For someone like myself, I have a hobby. I love taking photographs. This year I've been taking a lot of pictures of my son playing baseball.
Yep.
And when I go in and do some editing, I want to make sure that the green grass is accurate. I want to make sure the color of his uniform is accurate.
Yes.
So for me, you know, from a productivity standpoint, I want to be able to edit my photos in Photoshop and Lightroom and make sure that I'm getting the best performance so that after I print it, I don't see, you know what, the colors are off a little bit. So whether it's doing photography, you know, videos, you know, live streams, video gaming, Excel spreadsheets, you can do anything on this thing.
Right.
And it is available in a 27-inch and 32-inch.
Right.
And I know, you know, for gaming, what are the critical screen sizes? Is it really just 27, 32-inch?
That's my preferred range, and I think that's what a lot of professionals prefer. I think back then it used to be 24, but people have found that sweet spot between 27 and 32, because 24 and under, it's like, okay, you gotta lean in too much, but beyond 32, you gotta sit a little too far back. And I don't know if you've ever seen like those little those screen grabs of like pro gamers on stage. Some of them are playing like this, right? Not the greatest posture, but you know. Screen size is important. Obviously, refresh rate, we have to have them at like 240 hertz, and honestly, 240 hertz has been standard for lower resolutions for a while, but seeing 4K at 240 hertz is amazing. And I actually have an Odyssey, a Samsung Odyssey monitor, the G8 monitor, but the 2024 model. And I actually have it set up in my kitchen, right? And it's really bright because I have the windows right there in the kitchen. And I have it there because I like to let my dog out in the backyard. And I have the monitor there, but I've noticed on the model I have from last year, the glare, it's a little overwhelming sometimes. Is there anything different in the 2025?
So you're actually
monitor?
cheating and watching the dog's reflection to make sure it's getting in and out. Yeah, you know what? The glossy screen, it can be really nice.
Yes.
Provided that you're in a controlled environment. But let's face it, anywhere where we're gaming or even on some of our TVs, lighting can always be a factor.
It's true. Yep.
So this OLED monitor does have Samsung's glare-free panel. So it does an incredible job of basically not allowing light reflection. It disperses the light across the panel, but more importantly, it maintains that color and black levels. You don't want to do something to the screen that's going to affect picture quality.
Right.
So this glare-free is, it's UL certified. It's got 3 levels of certification in terms of how it reflects light or minimizes the reflection of light. And to your point, you're not going to see unfortunately, you're going to have to actually look and turn around to see your dog going in and out. But you're not going to see the reflection. It can be distracting. You don't want to have to be playing video games and kind of moving your head out of to see the lamp in the rear or some lights or the sun coming across the screen. So glare-free is a Samsung technology that we've been using quite a bit in our TV technology.
Yep.
It's applied to our monitor as well.
Wow. Okay. Well, speaking of TVs, right? You said that technology is applied to the TVs. We actually have a nice 65-inch.
I'm actually really excited about that one. Yeah. So I just want to finish off though. I did want to mention a couple things on here that, with OLED, whether it's the TV or the monitor, on the monitor specifically, there's always that concern about image retention or burn-in.
Oh, burn-ins. I actually have that problem with not the Samsung monitor.
Yeah.
But I use a different one in the basement. I have the Odyssey in my kitchen, but the burn-ins after a long session, probably because of the heat, because the monitor's been on all day.
Yeah, and a lot of that is, it's gotten better, regardless over the years, but still, there's still that risk. And one thing about Samsung is that typically there's a graphite sheet that's used to cool the overall panel, but we don't use that. We actually use a cooling system in here, and here's the cool part. We use AI technology.
Okay.
And what that means is that if there's a certain area of the screen where it's getting very bright and you're generating a lot of heat in that area, AI is going to recognize that and it's going to direct the coolant to the back of that area of the panel. So it's going to maintain keeping the panel cool and minimizing that risk of image retention or burn-in.
Right.
So, we did mention, I know you're getting excited about seeing the TV as well. So before we head over, why don't we see a quick clip on this new OLED TV, and we'll head over and check it out.
Sounds good. You guys like the video clip of the TV? I'm sure they enjoyed it. Before we check out the TV, you mentioned that there's something really cool that you could do with your phone with the TV. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, let me ask you if you've been in this situation before.
Okay.
All right, you go into the living room or wherever the TV is.
Yep.
You go to grab the remote.
Where is it?
Where is it? Yeah.
Okay.
Whether it's stuck between a cushion, whether you left it in the kitchen when you made a bagel, regardless, my remote goes missing all the time. So, with our phones, and this is available on Android as well as iOS devices, we have SmartThings.
Okay.
So SmartThings comes pre-installed on Samsung devices, but you can download it from the iOS App Store, install it, and you will have full control over your TV, including being able to turn it on and off.
On and off?
So tell you what, we got a phone over there.
Okay.
Why don't you head over there?
Yep.
Open it up, the SmartThings app, take a look for the TV.
Yep.
Again, it's a S95F, and I want you to turn it on from that mobile device.
Let's try it. Okay. In my hands, a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. To get into the app, turn it on. Oh, I already had it pre-opened, but here's the app. It is called SmartThings, as you can see. You tap it on down, and you have your devices preloaded or saved and connected already. We do have the Studio 65-inch S95F TV right here. Hit the power button, and that's it. The TV should be on. And before we even check out the TV, you can actually go into the TV a little bit, and it acts as a remote control. So right now, I'm swiping my thumb up and down. That's going to be navigating the menu options on the TV. And you can also, change the volume, channel, and open up some apps. You can open up YouTube, Netflix, go back to SmartThings, Samsung Smart Hub, etc., etc. Let's check out the TV now.
All right, why don't you bring that phone over here?
Okay.
I'll show you some other cool things on that.
Okay.
So, all right, I love the fact that you can control your television, not just this TV, but if you had more smart devices in the home, like other Samsung televisions, let's say the bedroom, living room, in the basement, kitchen. If you have lighting in the home or thermostats, SmartThings is going to enable you to control all of it. And you can set up scenes and routines so that things automatically happen. You can use your voice assistants that are in your home. You know, say it's movie time, the lights dim down 50%, TV automatically turns on. SmartThings is awesome in terms of controlling everything, not just with the mobile device, but you also have SmartThings that is actually built into the TV as well.
Okay.
So if I scroll over here, you can see down here we have SmartThings. And from there, if I open it up, I'll be able to see all my connected devices, all my lights, my routines. I can see what temperature it is in the house right now. These are some of my favorites that I've set up. So movie time, when I select that, the lights go down, the TV switches. There's a ton of stuff in here.
Does it include also routing back to your phone?
You'll get notifications. So if somebody rings the front doorbell, or if, you know, the one thing that I do a lot myself is I misplace my phone.
Me too.
You ever ask your wife to say, honey, can you call my phone?
All the time. I'm in the basement and I yell upstairs, can you call me? I don't know where my phone is, but then she can't hear me, so I have to run all the way upstairs and ask her to call
I do it all
phone.
the time myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually embarrassed at how many times I do that. But what I can do is I can go in here, Daily Plus. Now, this isn't available for iOS. It is available for Samsung devices. But if I go ring my phone over here, select it.
I hear it.
There we go. So my flip phone, even if it's on silent mode and I don't have it, the volume turned on at all, it'll automatically ring it. I'll be able to find it whether it's under a counter, on the kitchen table, or even between some cushions. So it's a great way of being able to find your device.
Everything is just synced up. You can use the phone to turn on the TV, but you can also use your TV to find your phone if you have one or the other. That's amazing.
All right, I got to ask you. What do you usually use your TV for in the home?
Well, watching movies, obviously. I fire up some YouTube. I play some, some background noise, some background videos to kind of just like leave on, and I'll maybe like fold some laundry or whatnot.
Okay, so let's start there.
Okay.
As you can see, we have a wide range of different apps. Some of the biggest streaming apps, over here. But we also have Samsung TV Plus. So if you're a cord cutter like myself, that's tons of programming. Local news, which I can check out, which is great. That's probably one of the best features. It's just seeing what's happening in Canada, whereas when I cut the cable, I don't have access to that content anymore. YouTube, definitely. I'm in there all the time. I can get lost in the YouTube app, but all of my other big favorite apps are in there. There's an app store that you can download. You can customize it. It even gives you recommendations based on the type of user that's in there. So right now, I have the one that I would do for work, but I also have me. I have my friend John in there who's in the office quite a bit. So we're able to get recommendations. So I like action movies. It'll give me recommendations on action. John's more of a drama guy, so a lot of dramas. So yeah, in terms of apps, all your favorites are in here.
Okay.
What else do you do on your TV?
I would like to game if I can. And speaking of gaming and on the TV, remember, you guys can use promo code KarQ5. Forgot to mention that. There's commands in the chat as well to make a purchase on a TV and or gaming monitor as needed.
So here we go. Gaming. So if you love gaming on your television and maybe you don't have a game console, or maybe grandma's house, if she's bought the latest Samsung TV, the grandkids come over, they just need to bring the remotes. Because here we have a wide selection of different cloud gaming apps, some of the biggest.
These are some heavy hitters, because I was like, okay, gaming, as someone who's casually keeping up, hey, Expedition 33, I'm playing that right now. That is an amazing game.
Yeah, I've been working on the latest season of Fortnite, so it's got a lot of superhero themes. But, it's not meant to replace your game console. If you're competitive gaming, you're not using cloud services. But it is meant to complement it, meaning that you're done, long day, you go up to the living room, and you just bring your controller with you, you're going to be able to play video games.
And you say controller, but you can also use your phone as a controller,
so right in that app, in there you have a wide range of different features. So that includes a virtual gamepad. Do you like karaoke?
I love karaoke. Who doesn't?
So I'm a bad singer. You don't want to hear me.
I mean, neither am I. I'm not a great singer as well, but like, you gotta.
So with that, with the device, you could actually turn your smartphone into a microphone. So you can do karaoke whether you're watching YouTube or even dedicated karaoke apps like Stingray. They have a karaoke app that you can sing along to.
Yeah.
That gets connected to your sound bar, so now you have a full range sound system for karaoke night. So tons of stuff, again, in the Samsung SmartThings app. There's so much in there that you can take full advantage of. So a lot of cool things, like I said, everything that you would want in a TV. It does have that same glare-free panel.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was just taking a look at it. It also is very sleek as well. This is a very big statement piece if you hang this up in your living room.
Yeah, the S95F, thin from top to bottom, so hanging on the wall. Looks amazing, and the thing about it is that OLED traditionally has always been about the ultimate home theater experience.
Right. Okay.
But even one lamp in the room can give you a reflection when you're not using a glare-free panel.
Yeah.
So again, very similar technology to the monitor. That's incorporated into this as well. So glare-free, those quantum dots in this S95F model. That's a big win for us.
And I think that's a little bit of an underrated point for a gamer like myself. Like, obviously, I like watching movies. And movies, you tend to turn off the lights. But if I want to game, I don't have to game fully in the dark. And, I want a lamp on. And now that you have all these great options to play some amazing games, lamps on, and you just get to enjoy while sitting on the couch instead of, having some terrible posture on the computer. I get to relax, feet up. And enjoy.
And with this particular OLED model, if you have a PC game console that you want to connect to the TV, we're talking 165 hertz refresh rate. So
that's
not
crazy
the typical
for a TV.
120, not even 144, it's 165.
For the longest time I thought TVs were just locked at 60 hertz, but now I realize there's all these new generation consoles and things you connect to your TV that can utilize that higher refresh rate. So it's actually nice to see that, it's getting...
And
it's moving up.
We have 3 models with OLED. This is our obviously flagship. So you're going to get the brightest panel. You're going to get the glare-free. You're going to get that high refresh rate. But in terms of the experience, from gaming to your favorite apps, streaming, YouTube, it's all the same. But again, with Samsung's flagship product, you're talking about a TV that has been getting absolutely phenomenal reviews. People are touting this as the best TV in 2025. Again, it went blank there for a second. That's just, again, with OLED, minimizing image retention or burn-in, it'll automatically go into a screensaver mode. So a lot of cool features. When we talk about, one thing I will mention, KarQ, is that why Samsung? Let me ask you first of all. What makes you look at buying a Samsung TV from as a consumer? What is it about Samsung that resonates for you?
The one that got me the most was actually the phones at first, and once I got into the ecosystem and I realized that everything could be connected, especially with the SmartThings app, now I'm kind of hooked. And then it started with the phone. I actually shot a few vlogs on my channel completely with my S23 Ultra, and then that transitioned to the Odyssey G8, the 32-inch model. And then I always, when I look at TVs, like, this was a great option, and I have a 65-inch. It's not OLED, I don't think, at home. I got it a couple of years ago, but like, seeing the difference between this and the one I have at home, it's making me think twice here, which I can also use code KarQ5 to buy, and so can you. Check it out.
So let me give you just a couple more things of why I believe you should be looking at Samsung. You mentioned that the brand name, obviously, #1 TV manufacturer for 19 consecutive years. That's saying something. And I think part of it is about innovation. When you're talking about the newest and latest technology, you're going to get that in a Samsung TV. And one of the things that we've made a promise to our consumers is that, with these models, the 2025 models, you're going to get 7 years of user interface upgrades. So anything to do with the UI, we're always looking to tweak it, make it a little bit better. And for the next 7 years, you're going to get the latest when it comes to the user experience in these TVs. Another one could be security. There's always a concern. Cyber attacks, malware. I know you're online quite a bit, so security obviously is a big issue for you.
Takes a big priority, That's something I didn't even realize. That,
I mean, you think about it. When you send a credit card information to buy, rent a movie, or set up accounts, you want to make sure that the TV is secure. And with Samsung Knox that we use on our mobile devices, we have military grade security that's going to protect your information. So you're not going to get attacked from the outside. Your TV is not going to get any malware. We're constantly monitoring. Even Samsung can't even get access to your TV with the Knox security as well. And then obviously we talk about the design of the product. That's important as well. The endless content that we have, all the different apps. The Samsung TV Plus is a big win for a lot of people, like myself, who cut the cord. But it's got everything in there. So again, that's why Samsung is the innovation that we put into it. Even a remote control KarQ without using batteries.
Yep, I see there. Is that solar charging?
Yeah, solar panel. So as long as the TV is upside down, it'll actually use the light in the room to automatically charge the remote. So we're saving, landfill sites, not wasting and putting batteries into landfill. So
or use your phone.
Hey, there you go. I know I use it quite a bit. So
if I do this right now, does it?
So try the volume up and down.
I just tap Netflix. It'll work.
There you go. Netflix.
It works.
There you go. I don't even
scrolling,
need this.
I'm using my thumb right now.
Ooh. Even if
John, Shannon, Lizzie.
Even if your better half ends up having the remote.
Yeah, are we competing with each other if we fight on the remote?
They both work at the same time.
If you want to play Fortnite and I want to play something else, we can just be like.
So again, Samsung, we got exciting product. I love the fact that we're here with you today talking about our new monitor. That's going to be exciting for a lot of people who love gaming. And then obviously the S95F. It's already gotten phenomenal reviews. Again, take advantage of the promo code, right?
Yep, promo code KarQ5. Please use that at checkout and you can get 5% off.
So any other questions you have, or are we good? We got, I think we covered quite a bit.
Yeah,
a lot of the why Samsung TV.
Talked about gaming, but what about if I play mobile games? Like if I heard that you can actually do something with mobile games and the TV.
All right, so screen mirroring. So whether you want to do something like AirPlay 2, so if you're, let's say, playing video games on there, you can stream it directly to the television.
Yeah.
But one of the things I love about Samsung devices is that we also have Smart View. And Smart View enables you, I'll give you an example.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching sports. I love hockey. I'm in some football pools. I'm in some hockey pools. Fantasy, absolutely. Try to win a little bit of money, but never usually win. But I am always monitoring the stats. So to be able to watch the game and do Smart View and have it on the screen.
Oh, so you're pulling up the stats on your phone. That's going to be mirrored halfway through here, and the game's going to be on the side.
Tell you what. In fact, let's may as well do a demo, right? So in my device, I have Smart View. I'm going to select it. I can see all the different TVs that are connected in the area. So S95F. I'm going to select this. I'm going to start now.
Yep.
I might get a code at the top. Let's find out in a second. Let's go back. You know what? Let's get. You can't run it in the app, so let's get out of the Netflix app for a moment. We'll go back to our main source. Let's say we're watching TV. There we go. All right, TV's on. Now I want to be. Let's say we're watching a sporting event. If I hit this, I should be able to see the code, but for whatever reason, we're not getting the code there. But, the great thing is that I can, like I said, split screen. Yeah. I can be watching the TV, and then I can also be watching my stats at the same time. So maybe a little bit of a network issue, so we'll try that maybe another time. But, and then gamepad. There's a little game controller, so even if you don't have a game controller, you left it downstairs.
Yep.
Check the mobile screen. Is it trying to connect and prove me wrong now? But
that's all right. Point stands.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Of course. Just need a little bit of time. So there you go. What I love is that when you go in here, you can select multi-view. So all of a sudden now, I have my mobile phone on my right side. Yeah. And I can still be watching content on the left side of the screen.
Let me take a look let me see what it looks like from this perspective. Oh yeah.
So
it's actually pretty good. I was trying to see if it would be a little too small, but
chat message, websites, whatever you want can be on the right side on your mobile device and still be able to watch TV at the same time. So that is definitely one of my favorite features. It just took a couple seconds there. So anyways, Yeah, like I said, I think we've covered almost everything about.
I think so too.
You know, there is so much more, and that's the one
Right.
thing about Samsung TVs. You'll get years of discovery. So let's wrap it up. Let's come on over to this section over here and.
Yep.
Yeah, just say some final thoughts, you know, talk about again, promo code available. So if you want to take advantage of purchasing the monitor, the TV.
Use my code KarQ5 at checkout by July 6th to score your discount. July 6th, all right? For both the TVs
KarQ?
and monitors. Yes, Jeff,
It was
appreciate
a
your
pleasure
time.
talking. Yeah,
Always.
absolutely. It was really a lot of fun. So hopefully we got everybody excited. Take advantage of the promo. These are two incredible products. You're talking about Samsung's flagship OLED TV, a brand new OLED gaming monitor. Hey, it's the best
Can't
of
go
both
wrong.
worlds.
Yep. I know what I'm getting for the summer. And you guys do too.
All right. Well, on behalf of myself, Jeff Ingram from Samsung, take care, guys.
Thank you.
You know what? I'll head out.
Okay.
I'll let you finish off.
All right, I'll wrap it up. All right, thanks, Jeff. Once again, please use code KarQ5 at checkout by July 6th to score your discount. I think if you type !monitor or !TV in the chat, in my chat at twitch.tv/KarQ, the link should come up to make your purchase. YouTube chat at Samsung Canada. Thanks for tuning in. Twitch chat at twitch.tv/KarQ. You know who you guys are. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.